Night Patrol, what's up, what's up?
And Night Patrol is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Wait, some of them are falling asleep. Excuse me, sir, you in the front row? You gotta quit the drooling. You cannot drool. What's up, brother Andrew? Good to see you, man.
Come on around.
The Night Patrol. We kinda sliding in here tonight. Hey, this music is by one of my favorite bands from my nightclub days, brah. This band was the house band at the Point After.
Oh boy.
In Waikiki. That was our ohana hang. The name of the band was Aura, A-U-R-A.
Wow.
They had an amazing horn section, as you can hear. They were amazing. The Mendoza family, Mendozas.
Wow.
Cousins,
and
all that.
And you could angel flights as far as the eye could see. Aura!
Welcome everybody to the Night Patrol. Woo-hoo. Yeah.
I wanted to do like it was like a theme song, like Magna P.I. You know, just da 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 da, and it's all freeze frame. Da da da, get out!
Yeah.
Good stuff, man.
Well, good things here. Good things. Let me see. We got some folks already jumping in. The Night Patrol reporting for duty already, man. Here's Pu'uvai. What's up, Pu'uvai? You got to get the Night Patrol salute. There she is. That was Pu'uvai and I were an awesome duo to be reckoned with last weekend in Anaheim, California at the Anaheim Convention Center. We were at NAMM, the National Association of Music Manufacturers, and an amazing trade show of all kinds of musical instruments and things involving the music industry. She and I were walking through, and we looked, and I said, "Hey, that's Stevie Wonder," and we went, "Whoa!" And she whipped out, and we got a picture of Stevie Wonder, man. And
are you kidding me?
Yeah, he was right there, and he said hello to he saw us, and it was amazing. Yeah.
He sensed you guys. Wow, that's amazing. You saw Stevie, man.
Yes. So that was Pu'uvai and I were. We did some, a couple of solid interviews and stuff. It was good. So thank you, Pu'uvai, for she helped me some tech support, setting stuff up. We had a good time. It was awesome. There's Nancy Lewis.
Hey.
So Nancy.
Everybody get their pants on.
Get their pants.
I think I got pants.
I am wearing pants. You know, the other show that we used to do called Babu's Crew, which this is a spin-off of Babu's Crew. Those guys were suspiciously pantless.
Pantless.
Yes, pantless. But the
we are incorrigibly footless here at the Night Patrol. We make that pledge to you.
Let's get that clear. Let's get
that clear.
Right away. And also from the West Wing of the palatial palace here, Kay Bennett. There's the Night Patrol salute. Welcome. So we appreciate everybody jumping in, and they're talking among yourselves, greeting each other. We like that. And off we go, man, on the Night Patrol. So there was this, I don't know, man. It has been a subject for discussion over, many years, decades, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, it came to my attention that this actually came up over here, and in fact, this article in a magazine said time travel is possible. Scientists have already built a time machine. Actually,
whoa!
Think about that, man. Huh? They
I
have
don't know,
actually
man.
already. They've already
I'd
built.
have to. I would have to see some proof or something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Before I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I understand. I understand that. However, this surfaced not about
Oh.
2 weeks ago, and
Oh my goodness.
it caught my attention, Andy. It was breaking news, and it
Breaking
said
Bad.
vintage picture proves that time travel is possible. A mysterious photograph of the night patrol surfaces as proof over
Wow.
here. What do you think about that, Andy?
I really have no comment at this time. There's a slight resemblance, around the eyes and the ears, maybe,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I'm not really ready to admit or deny the possibility that the footless foes are out there. And in 1901, in the West Indies, near India and the Himalayan, there were a couple of warlords who were photographed in their palace, and that photograph is it's very eerie. You know what I mean? Lake Erie, bro. Yeah,
Near the lake. Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Very lakeful.
Well, you know how this is in this age of social media and internet and email and stuff like that. I mean, it hit the news. This here did hit the news, and they had breaking news that this was happening. And
Right.
the night patrol, came to the attention of a heck of a lot of people, brother, and I was a little concerned about that.
Yeah.
I did lose a little bit of sleep over it because there was a fair resemblance. You, on the other part, there was some consternation on your part. Was it the nose structures or what was that?
There was a conflagration of the nation.
Is that what that was? Okay.
Yeah.
Now
There it
this-
is.
Yeah.
On MSNBB, which is the affiliate, right, to
Yeah.
the MSNBC.
Correct.
That's
Yeah.
the national broadcasting of the babooses.
That was the case. Yep, they did snag it up.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, and so
Time travelers.
I
Maybe
don't know.
that's, that could be our great grandfather and grandmother, on their wedding night. I don't want to get into the possibility of that. But
You do
that
look.
is truly.
You do look rather fetching in those pearls, I must say.
Thank you. Thank you.
What you're fetching, I'm not sure, but you're.
Heyo.
Yeah.
I think if you go back to the picture,
Uh-huh.
the person with the pearls on seems to be looking over and saying, "Is that your hand?"
Okay. All right.
I've got my hand between two soft pillows. Those aren't pillows.
Pillows. Oh my God. Planes, trains, and
Automobiles.
John
Planes,
Candy,
trains, and babooses.
and
yeah.
Steve Martin. Classic.
Steve Martin. Classic.
Classic movie there, man. What a great line that was, man. That was a great line. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm just wanting to put that right out there because there have been some rumblings, and I got a few phone calls. In fact, there were a couple of carrier pigeons that ended up on my railing outside here with like little messages. And
That
stuff.
happens. Yeah, I got some queries from CSI and the X Files. So there's a lot of history. There's a lot of intrigue when it comes to the Night Patrol. So I just want to
Kay says that it's actually disturbing. Sorry, not sorry.
Hey, Kay, you always know the truth.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All righty. Yeah, we have several of our friends jumping in, and here she is. Here she is at 13 minutes after the hour, trying to slip
Hey,
right
see
in.
Honda.
See, Honda gets the Babu's salute. Welcome, welcome. She's checking us out there, and we welcome you to the Night Patrol right here
Night
on.
Patrol!
Yeah. So other than that, there's been a couple of things that I do want to mention here. Talking about
Okay.
time travel, there is a picture here, and I'm not sure how this fits, but some pictures are rather, yeah, disturbing, as Kay would put.
Yes.
This over here, when you look at it, I thought I was looking at a picture of, Bert and Ernie. This looked like Ernie.
It's kind of looks like Ernie from the back.
It does.
Maybe on the set of Sesame Street.
I was wondering about that. And
Hey, Bert.
so there again, some of the mysteries of some of the Muppets, just like time travel, there are some mysteries that are better left unsolved. But I just snapped this picture of Ernie walking down the street, and there was no one with their hand up under the jacket. What you would expect for a Muppet.
Yes.
Yeah. He was
Especially with Ernie. Definitely a hand
especially
up
with
there.
Ernie. Yes. So, so that again.
Or is that Bert? No. That's Bert, right?
Is it Bert or
Bert
Ernie?
is
Ernie is
boy.
blue. Ernie is blue. Huh?
no. When the Ernie says, "Hey, Bert," so that's Bert.
That's Bert. Okay.
Ernie is a shoulder guy.
Ernie is
Hey,
the blue
Ernie.
hair. Oh, okay, thank you. See, so that was Bert. Okay. That
Okay,
was
that's Bert. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely Bert, out and
Definitely
about,
Bert.
just
Out and
cruising
about,
around.
man. Yeah. Completely.
Maybe they broke up. We
It's
could.
possible.
I don't. There could be trouble in paradise with those
It's
two
definitely possible.
male roommates
Hmm.
for 27 years.
Yep.
You never know what goes on in the puppet culture. It's very
True.
very sensitive.
Yeah.
And the people here at the Night Patrol, we do not judge whether you're black, yellow, red, green, or have a hand stuck up your decline. We invite you to join us here, the Night Patrol.
Hmm. So what would be the pronouns for Muppets, such as for
Ooh.
mine?
He,
Mine
she.
is he, him, and step out of the vehicle, sir. Those are my
Okay,
my pronouns.
those are yours.
Uh,
My pronouns are ho, huh, nah.
I like that.
Yeah, I only respond to those three. So you
Uh-huh.
really need huh?
Right.
Nah.
Right. So
Huh?
C has definitely worth her weight in gold when she comes
Yes,
in
she
to
is
correct
our-
it, keep us on track. Thank you, C.
She is our personal Siri.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Hey,
Um,
hey Siri, could you make me some loco moco? Well, that's not nice. All right.
very good, very good. Talking about
Hey, it's been. Go ahead.
talking about vintage pictures here, like the one that we saw of some, suspected time travel. We really are not able to comment on that. Maybe at some future date here. Here's one. Is definitely you. I recognize the feet.
Yes.
Yeah, you care to comment on that one?
That was the early days of Kailua. I mean, the very early days.
Yeah.
1800s. Maybe one of my ancestors, I think, invented the first mountain bike because he used things he found on the mountain.
Got it.
And that's ready to go. Bicycle rodeo. hell or high water.
Yeah.
But I tell you, the splinters in the seat really really can't be beat, if you know what I mean, and I think you do.
When you say high waters, I think those are also the pants that you were wearing could be
Yes.
described as high waters. And
There's a lot of flooding in Kailua back in the day.
what were there? Okay, all right. It C says that the seat looks comfortable as the 10 speeds nowadays. You were rather forward thinking in the seat. It was.
Yes, that's what you say.
Just take another good look at that. Yeah, look at that. It
Flying by the seat of my high waters. That was my slogan.
I'd like to comment also on your papali. I mean, that in itself, I think, is a very fashionable, trendy. Look at that.
Is that my hat?
Yeah, your papali is very
My papale.
mhm,
Very chic, we call
very
that.
trendy. Yes,
Very trendy.
you must have been the talk of the town in that.
Yes.
in that.
I was brutally beaten every day riding that thing to school.
Were you?
But I never gave up. And then I gave up.
Okay. Yeah. That vintage picture was sent to me by an anonymous source that said that they got that out of your family album. So wanted to share that as well.
It was the only time in Kailua history that a young boy cried all night because his bicycle burned to the ground. So it was very tough growing up, But I got through it.
Okay, a couple of questions that you might be able to answer. Kay wants to know, where are the pedals on that on your bike? Were they?
Pedals are right here in your mind.
I got it.
Yeah,
some people have windmills of the mind.
The windmills of your mind.
Yeah, windows of the mind.
Wooden pedals.
Pedals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Pedals of the mind, they call it.
Got it. Okay. Hey, Catherine. Catherine is on here. We got to give you the night patrol.
Hey.
There's my friend Catherine. Haven't seen her for a while. We got to talk, Catherine.
She says, "Is that Andy?" It is Andy.
It is Andy.
Do I know Catherine from the Touching Brains experiment?
Let me see. Touching Brains? No. Catherine came after that and worked with us on a couple of projects. She is a photojournalist, a producer, and a videographer. And right now, she is working with, and I hope you don't mind me sharing this, Catherine, but she is working with, and I seriously, the brother of Jimi Hendrix, Leon Hendrix, is the brother. And Leon Hendrix is in LA, and he has a band, and she is the official photographer for Leon Hendrix. She is working with that band, and we're going to be hearing more about Leon and his band.
Wow.
That's
Did you ever see that footage of Jimi Hendrix on Maui?
yes, with the wind. The wind was blowing and everything.
Yeah, he was playing to 37 howly hippies that gave him like $100 to show up, and it was part of a surf movie, and it's just really wild and weird. I encourage everybody who's interested to check it out on the YouTube, because
go to YouTube and put Jimi Hendrix Maui, and it's right there. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
pretty
amazing.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Good. All right, so let's see. Our friends, Catherine says no, she never saw that.
You gotta see it.
Go check that out, Catherine. It's on YouTube, and just put
Go.
Jimi Hendrix in Maui. And the sound is not too good. The wind is blowing, but it is definitely
blowing. Jimmy's jamming. He's in a great mood and hanging out backstage with the hippies, and it was really, really cool to see.
And if not mistaken, in that crowd is someone that looks a lot like you. I think you're probably like 7 or 8 years old, but I can still see, your head, the dome,
The dome.
the dome. That picture. I'm not sure if that was you or is that's another evidence of time travel. You might want
It could be.
you might want to look at that as well. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. Good. Catherine's gonna go. Catherine is gonna go check it out.
Check 'em, go,
And
check 'em, go.
Catherine says that Jimmy was very majestic. He definitely had. He was
And
a class unto his own, unlike
he
anyone
was.
else. Yeah.
He had an air about him, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He was amazing.
I had a little surprise several years ago when I was in Washington State. I was with some friends, and they said, "Hey, you want to see Jimi Hendrix grave?" And I said,
Ah,
"Or, yeah." And so drove me into the cemetery, and there's this little like a gazebo that was built
yeah.
of stone and stuff. And I got out of the car and walked, and there was Jimi Hendrix
Wow.
memorial stone, and it's kind of a because he was a Seattle
legend.
native, Seattle native,
Yeah, and
in Pacific
He was a Seattle guy.
Yep.
Isn't Bruce Lee in the same cemetery? Because he's a Seattle boy.
I don't know where Bruce was buried. I heard his remains were shipped back to Hong Kong, but I don't know. I don't know that for sure. Yeah.
That's cool.
And maybe C. Honda will tell us. She's got to go.
Maybe. But the one guy who would know the answer to these questions, right? Earl.
Howard Hughes.
Earl the Pearl, aka the Grave Rubber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
my buddy Earl, in the '90s. I hope he's got statute of limitations, but he would go to grave sites with pieces of paper and a pencil, the lead pencil, and then he would rub the graves, and then he would pull off the paper, and you'd have the whole headstone.
What would he do with that?
He would sell them for money.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So Earl, if you're listening and you're out there, I hope you're okay, and I hope they can't press charges. But I may or may not have participated in a grave rubbing in Paris for Mr. Jim Morrison. So,
Jim Morrison buried in Paris. Ah,
boy, there
There's
you go.
Nancy.
Bruce Lee, buried Lakeview Cemetery, Seattle.
see, I'm not sure the name of the cemetery that I was in where Jimmy was, whether that was the same as Bruce Lee, but so he's buried in Seattle as well. There you go.
Did you happen to see a large lake in the area?
It was rather eerie there, but I don't think it was Lake Erie.
Ayo!
Hey, what are you gonna do? What you gonna do?
What you gonna do when the night patrol comes for you? So big shout out to Brother Bruce and Brother Jimmy and Brother Leon and Brother Earl the Pearl, wherever you are. I hope you're
Yeah.
well, and I
Yeah.
hope the rubbings continue. But I bet Brother Earl was at the point after with you at one
Quite-
point, sipping a
possibly.
gin and tonic
Ooh.
and talking to Stacy and Velma
Ooh.
near the kabuki room,
Oh my goodness.
and rubbing up against each of yours kabukis.
Oh
and
dear.
Oh Lord, there we
Hey,
go.
there's C. Honda saying that
Pere Lachaise.
Jim Morrison
Paris?
indeed is in Paris, France, and
Oui.
yeah. I several years ago, talking about going to NAM, the National Association of Music Manufacturers.
Oh, I thought you were in Vietnam during the war. For a
I
second, I was ready to thank you for your service. But please continue.
Well,
Please
the
continue.
crowds were there at the Anaheim Convention Center, and there was. All right, so the name is going to escape me, and I'm glad we have Nancy and C with us. The keyboard player for the Doors, for Jim Morrison. He's the one for, that amazing, I think his name was Ray, starts with an M if I'm not mistaken.
Ray Manzarek. Manzarek?
Something, right? Okay. And he passed away recently. However, he was alive at the time, and he had what we might call a Doors tribute band, or it was everyone else that had played with the Doors. And they had hired a young man who looked and sounded like Jim Morrison. And it was like on a Saturday night. The convention closes at 5:00, and out in this huge courtyard between the Marriott and the Hilton hotels at the convention center is this big courtyard, and they set up this huge stage, and you had the band playing, and the place was just wedged with people, and we were there partying, and this kid comes out, and they were doing Riders in the Storm, and Ray does that amazing keyboard piece in the beginning before it starts.
Riders of the Storm.
Yeah, and even before Jim starts playing. Oh my goodness, man. That was chicken skin. It was one of the most enjoyable live performances I've been to in a very long time.
Amazing.
And yes, there it is. Died May 20th, 2013. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you,
Ray.
Wow. What, again, an amazing keyboard player.
And that song was featured in a surf movie called Storm Riders.
Oh, wow.
And the movie opens with that keyboard, and you're watching like Pipeline in slow motion, and it's going... It's just perfect soundtrack for the Storm Riders.
Yeah.
I encourage everyone who's interested in that, check it out. But yeah, it's that whole Riders of the Storm, and just these big waves are coming in.
Right.
And it's called Storm Riders.
Right.
1981 maybe.
And talking about Doors, one of their songs that made it, of course, all the way up to the top was "Light My Fire." But I will say that Jose Feliciano did a cover of that song and took it to a whole different level with his his version of the song. They were both just classic and just amazing to listen to. And that music stands as legs, man. It stands on its own. If you listen to it now, it's just as dynamic and just as awesome. Both Jim Morrison and Jose Feliciano's version of the song. Yeah.
Now, I understand it while you were partying at the point after that you wrote a song that was similar to Light My Fire. I have it here in my pages. It was called Light My Fut, and it wasn't allowed on K-Poi. K-Poi banned it, and the city and county put a assist and desist order on any radio station or any band or high school band trying to play Light My Fut. I just wondered if you could talk about that, what you went through behind the music.
We was featured on VH1, Behind the Music.
Way behind.
Way behind.
Way back there.
And actually, the statutes of limitations about talking about it has expired, so I can freely now, because for many years, I had.
You couldn't talk about it.
I could not under court order.
No, couldn't mention it. You couldn't even smell it. I mean, it was very. Because
there was a gag order, but there was
there was a gag order, right? Everybody got that order,
and it was at the time that I had released my own fragrance, and people in the car didn't appreciate it. But
you did release a fragrance that month.
But for many years,
you had a love song after that called "If You Smelt It, You Dealt It," and I thought I heard an early rendition of it. I found it very moving, very touching, and very, very offensive on several levels.
I did get a couple of letters from attorneys from Howling Wolf, the blues, the blues.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He said that he was the original one of Delta Blues, and I should not be dealt, you know.
Oh
anything.
yeah, I could see.
Yeah.
Copyright infringement.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
You were also sued by Howley Wolf. He lives in Pupukea.
Yes. Yeah.
Because
he came down twice.
He had a song called "Silent but Deadly," which is an homage to his father, who was a mime and also an assassin in Vietnam. So it's full circle. Yeah. It's just a wild past that you have had in the music industry, and I just want to let our viewers know.
It's very painful to speak about it.
Very painful to think about it,
and to sit and talk about this even now.
It's to sit on that information for
this
so
many
long.
Years, yeah,
and holding it in. You were holding it in,
which
decades.
Which is the reason for me gaining so much weight. Most of it. But it was a non-disclosure form that I had to sign, an agreement, and all of this stuff.
Wasn't there a release form that was written, and then
there was a release form.
You had to abide by the release form, the terms of the release.
At least 50 feet away from people before I release.
Correct.
Is what
yes, before
was.
You released the hit.
That. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Fantastic. What a walk down memory lane with you.
It is a walk down memory lane, and rather gaseous as that.
Oh, here's the futz again. I don't know what.
How did we get to the FUT file? The FUT file again.
I don't know what she's talking about, quite frankly.
Catherine, I am not prepared. I don't have my instrument. Well, I do have my instrument with me, but
you do have your instrument with you.
It's not tuned. I have to tune it. Yes, and it depends on how. Okay, I have to wear a smaller garment. Let's just say that for me.
Yes.
To do this. Okay. Yeah. All right. Moving along.
Okay.
But thank you for bringing that.
Sure.
Which truly, as Pu'uvai says, it was a blast from the past.
Blast. Yes.
Thank you for
that is the best.
That was good. Oh my goodness!
The sounds of the 70s, right?
Yes.
Weren't you on that?
Yes,
I remember that.
Yes,
I remember that.
Pu'uvai, just for that. Well done, Pu'uvai.
The Night Patrol drum roll, we call that.
Oh my goodness! Catherine, I'm going to have to call you later. And explain that to you on a secured line.
On a secured line,
yes. On the airwaves like this, it's very dangerous for me to go into detail, and so
we'll you're going to be talking about dangerous airwaves, but we'll move on. Folks. We've got a lot of very important subjects to get to tonight.
Yes.
Very serious.
Yes.
Serious Night Patrol.
Yes. I know that you're getting ready to go on a trip, Andy. You're talking about, all during the pandemic, you kind of had to stay put, and now you're actually packing. And as a child, you with your family traveled quite a bit. Here's a picture of you. With a trunk that you apparently had packed.
I was
Would you like
trying.
to talk to that? Yeah.
That was a pack. It turns out it was a pachyderm instead of a trunk. My father worked in the circus. He was a strong man. He wasn't the strong man. He used to knock people over with his breath, and he was it comes full circle. So and he married my mom. She was the bearded lady, and they had a lot in common.
She was the bearded lady. There were rumors that they were close.
They were very close.
Got it. Okay.
And they were co-joined twins at one point. Very, very confusing childhood I had to grow up. But this was my good friend, the pachyderm, and whenever I had a problem, I could always rely on a good hug of a trunk, and sometimes he thought I was a peanut, so I had to slap his tongue away. But those were good times in the circus growing up. The Kailua Circus was good times.
Yeah. Pu'uvai is trying to help Catherine by sharing that it's a song from the derriere.
Hold a kind.
Pu'uvai is definitely on a roll here, and just for that, that's for Pu'uvai. Thank you.
Wow, Lao.
And it rather is permeating that one. Yeah, that one.
I mean, I just want to clear the air here about one thing. The Night Patrol is a very serious news program, and we will not put up with any tomfoolery.
Yeah, and anybody that's fooling around with Tom, stop it right now, because we will not hesitate.
Siri, can you call Tom for me? Okay, thanks. No, I didn't put the beer in the oven. Never get a goodness. Siri.
We're living in some pretty strange times here, Andy. And I was at the mall a few days ago. I was looking for the Apple Store. I needed to take my phone down there for to look at one of the Geniuses there. I had an appointment at the Genius Bar. You go online.
Oh yeah.
Right. I got to the Genius Bar. I ordered a gin and tonic.
Hello.
They didn't think it was funny.
No.
Look, somebody at my age, I figured they'd at least placate me. But at the mall, as I was walking toward the Apple Store, this was in Thousand Oaks, near where I live. It was nice to see a local touch. You know what I mean? When you walk in, you see somebody with a car with a bumper sticker that says with a shaka on it or something. You know, you always kind of look to see what, they might be from the islands or something like that. I was convinced that this store was definitely owned and run and operated by locals. They had a bra sale. They were selling bras.
Oh,
and they had marked down the bras to $5. So I walked in. I figured I can pick up on bra. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bra sale.
Yeah, sale bra. You know. I was escorted out of the store. I don't know why.
I know why.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. $5 bra. Hey, $5 bra. How much? $5 bra.
$5 bra.
Hey.
I know.
Sale. Yeah, bra. How much? $5. Bra.
Yeah. All right.
Bra sale. Well,
I mean,
we have to talk about you walking in and out of lingerie stores. We've talked about this before, brah.
We have. Most of the time, if I'm with someone of the female persuasion, I am left holding the purse outside, sitting outside the store, or outside of the dressing room, sitting there with a purse. And normally there's another guy that's sitting there holding a purse as well, and we kind of look at each other, like, we become that. But it's, for me, rather traumatic. You have to always keep your eyes discreetly to the floor.
Because you might be scared that you might like holding the purse. That's the fear, right?
Yes.
That you might be going online late at night to Prada or Gucci and looking at the purses over and over again. Then your wife comes in, you have to turn off the computer real fast.
Right.
I'm just saying we're here for you as you work through this, Kamaka, and just know that we're behind you all the way.
Thank you, and rightly so. I do suggest, although I I don't see a mask being mandated too much these days. That if you are behind me, I do suggest that you do wear a mask, just
Mm-hmm.
because. Kay assures everybody that I sit on a bench outside.
There you go.
Thank you for defining that and making a reference to that. C tells me that bra is spelled wrong. Well, pidgin
Yeah.
English, it's rather pejorative. That's a good word,
Very good.
and it's rather subjective to uh, an open spelling, and so
Yes. Phonetically or sounds like,
exactly. And
maybe.
when you can spell phonetic pidgin, it's would either be one ph or one f or EPH, and the E is silent. So it depends on whether you're from Kealakekua or you're Naalehu or Punalu'u. It depends.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
had my one friend, he would spell it Berah. Because
got
you'd
it.
show him you show him your new surfboard. He'd go, Barah!
Nice.
It was
Nice.
intense. Very
Nice.
intense.
Nice.
Yeah, that's Barah.
That's
Barah.
and you figure, would that be $5 or be more?
That would be $5, yeah.
That would be $5. Okay, just
$5, yeah.
I think it's nice to.
So big shout out to brother John Rose, if you're
Wow.
out there.
Yeah.
I hope that the Barah is tight and right and sleeping on it tonight.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, we're going to take on small time break. When we come back, we'll have a discussion, a further discussion on the right and wrong, and also want to take a look at this interesting video that I captured that is really full of birds, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay, so here we
Right on.
go.
It's Aloha Friday, got me feeling all irate. It's the weekend finally, we gotta celebrate. Hey, I've been working so hard all week, but listen closely, 'cause the ocean, she's calling me. Yeah. I'ma link with the team, grab some bottles that's green. Let's pour out. Oh no, you know you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. Yeah, it's Aloha Friday, got me feeling all irate. It's the weekend finally, we gotta celebrate. It's Aloha Friday, I ain't got no worries, no, I'm in no hurry, but at least not today.
Aloha, Uncle Kamaka Brown here. Hope you're enjoying our video podcast for today. But I wanted to share with you that across the nation, Native Hawaiians and Pacific Islanders are being disproportionately affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah. The Southern California Pacific Islander Community Response Team aims to provide information and resources to help our community stay healthy and safe. Make a conscious decision to take care of yourself and your community. This tells people around you that you care about your well-being and show them that you care about theirs. Now, how can you do that? Well, one way is by getting vaccinated. Yeah, get vaccinated for COVID-19. Get boosted. Now, you can get all the information about all of this on pacificislanderhealth.org. You see it right there. This message is brought to you by your ohana at the Sandwich Island Social Network and our friends at the Southern California Pacific Islander Community Response Team. Aloha. All right, and we are back. Welcome back to the Night Patrol Wednesday night
On
with
patrol.
Kamaka Brown with Andy Trask from his Hale, deep in undisclosed location on the island of Oahu. We cannot disclose where
Yes.
he's at for.
Cannot.
No, he is under. Okay, can we say? Can we mention your house arrest or not?
No, but we. Let's just say I was released on my own recognizance, and I currently reside in the Mauna Loa Bay region.
Okay, all right. I think
Yeah.
that's as innocuous as we can get.
Inoculations
At
abound.
at this point. Okay, so I got this video, and I'd like for the Night Patrol to take a look at it. It's kind of it's not the best. It was kind of surreptitiously. Oh, that's one big word. It was kind of on the sly taken, and I'd like the impressions, the depressions, and of the Night Patrol at this time. So here we go. Take a look. Watch this carefully now. What happens here?
What the? What? Here you go. Yeah, see it. Oh, I've heard of tag and release before, but what? So he's watching him. Give me that one right there. That's a good one. Wow.
Any discussion here, Night Patrol, on what do you think is
Well,
actually
I've heard of tag and release before, but never grab and release.
Okay.
Like that. That's a little perplexing, puzzling, perturbance. I would say it's very strange.
All right.
He is flipping the birds. Okay, Bennett is on fire tonight. You get the double salute. He is literally flipping the. Hey, that guy flipped a bird. Yeah, I know. He flipped plenty of them. He flips them all day, bro.
Oh, hold up. He's doing what? Flipping the bird.
Wow, that's where that statement comes from. He is tagging release.
Okay.
Fly be free. Let freedom ring.
Okay.
I don't know.
So we got two people here and a bunch of birds. The guy is reaching into his cage, basket, whatever, and a bunch of birds flying around. He hands a bird to the guy that's sitting in his car.
Yeah.
Apparently there's some money that's exchanged because the guy is buying the bird. He gets it in his hand, and as soon as he gets it, he lets the bird go. What do you think the motivation behind this is? Any thought of what's going on?
If I had a gun to my head and a chicken at my throat, I would say that this is a religious ceremony. And he is paying for the right to release the bird in the spirit world and possibly in Saudi Arabia.
Okay. Interesting observation.
Thank you.
Maybe he thinks he's freeing them, but some of these domestic birds cannot survive out free. That's Ms. Honda's take on that.
Yep.
Okay. Pulvai is jumping in. She says it's a mystery.
Oh my. Puvai.
We need to quack this case.
We gotta quack this case.
Yeah.
Couple of bird brains right now.
Puvai, very, very, very nicely put, very nicely done, and for that you get. Okay.
There you go.
I look at this.
He's definitely for the birds.
Yeah. If this guy that is squatting there on the ground is a businessman,
yes.
Is it possible that these are trained birds that will fly to his house at the end of the day, and he'll simply recycle the birds and get out on the street again? Same birds. Wouldn't that be a great great scam?
Do all birds come back like pigeons?
I don't know. That's the quandary.
I don't know.
That's the mystery that we need to.
We need some bird experts, some bird aficionados, some bird aficionados out there.
Any of our night patrol fits the bill here. I'm just that was foul. I'm sorry.
It was foul. It was just terrible.
So sorry.
You should be tarred and feathered and then stuck in a cage and then released
and
to the air.
Yeah. I just saw that video and I thought the night patrol needs to give some thought to this, and
we need to quack that case.
We need to definitely quack the case.
We're on patrol tonight for sure. We're gonna get to the bottom of the bird's nest.
Here is let's see who just weighed in. Somebody weighed in right now. Apparently, she says the birds were cheap.
Oh my gosh! Give her a sound effect, please. Anything you got. That is the bird. That's the sound they make when they release them.
That's it. Bring, they can go. They can go. Oh,
talk.
good.
Talk is cheap. Those birds were cheap.
Now, our number one night patroller, Marty Burns, has just signed on. Marty.
Marty!
We missed
you,
bro.
It.
I was.
You just missed the bird mystery, time travel, the come on baby, light my fart, all kinds of stuff. But we're glad you made it.
Yeah, Marty. We're getting, thank God, we're pretty much getting near the end of our. Actually, we could play for a lot more, but I think we should. I don't think we should torture any of the night patrol anymore. Except
they've had enough. Maybe one more.
I got one more. I just have one more. Is
that Columbo? Just one more thing.
Just one more.
There we go.
This also is of some concern. You buy a beautiful Silverado truck.
Oh. I mean, you could. I don't want to put in the back because it might scrape my truck bed. So I'm going to carry it outside and just scrape all the sides. Mm-hmm. I mean, this guy's obviously a little bored when you think about it. If you want, let's get the pun party started.
let's get that. Thank you. C says. No worry, Marty's. You didn't miss much. Actually, that's true, Marty. Actually, that's true, Marty. And
is that guy saying all aboard? 2x4 by. It's a 2x4, 4x4. I don't know. That's 30, 37, 38. He is bored. He's so bored, man.
I tell you, we do not promise you a rose garden. We do not promise you any social redeeming qualities that come from this broadcast. But we are very, very, very pleased that you opted to join us for the Night Patrol this evening. Good fun, you guys.
Have a great week, everybody. Try to laugh. Try to laugh. It gets you through a lot of stress and strain.
Nancy says, rumor has it that he's feeding his birds ube, evidence on my car and driveway.
Ayo!
Oh, so we're going to go there, huh? Marty, Oh man, he just came on board and already the ladies are pouncing on him already. Oh my goodness,
It,
that's so funny.
yeah, it
That's
the
great.
the kind has hit the fan, cuz.
Oh my goodness, it's been a great night patrol. We want to remind all of you that this coming Friday, we've been looking forward to this. This gentleman right here is Glenn Medeiros. If you were brought up in the islands, you would know this name quite possibly. If not, you may not. But let me just give just a little note here. Glenn Medeiros in the early '80s in Hawaii, and you see a picture of him. He was a cutie patootie. The girls
He was
just fainted.
he was the Justin Bieber of
Yes,
the islands, cuz.
yes.
No
The
doubt,
Bruno
no
Mars,
doubt.
the Bruno Mars,
Bruno Mars. Yep.
right. This
Yep.
guy did a cover song of a George Benson tune called "Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You," and that thing went boom to number one. And his agent, they marketed him in Europe, Italy, France, and he traveled. His records went platinum. The thing went nuts. At one point, he did something with Bobby Brown, and that's when hip hop and rap was just starting. And the
Yep.
story goes, he saw that he didn't want to get into the drug culture and all of that stuff. Very smart young man. Came back, went to school. He is now Dr. Glenn Medeiros. He is now CEO and president of St. Louis High School, a very prestigious private school in Honolulu. And so we're going to talk about his journey from pop star to educational scholar and everything else in between. He comes from the island of Kauai, and we're going to talk about his childhood. It's going to be a fascinating conversation. And it's going to be at a special time, 3 p.m. Friday afternoon. Join us for Aloha Friday with the Sandwich Island Social Network with Mr. Glenn Medeiros. It's going to be good fun. So we'll see you guys on Friday. Awesome. Yeah. Everybody, here goes the Night Patrol!
Oh, no!